You are watching WPTV.
Welcome back. The NBA season is in full swing, and Steven, Tristin, Richard, and Filip are here to break down some key stories. Now, fellas, Warriors are exactly who we thought they were. 8-1 to start the season. They finally got into their groove a lot sooner than a lot of teams. Richard, we'll start with you. Who or what has been their biggest key to success so far?
Steph Curry, obviously. He's playing tremendous right now, 32.5 points from every game, 54% from the field, 52 from three. I think the former two-time MVP is looking to add another one to that list, and I hope he gets a Finals MVP this year.
Tristin, how about you?
When you add a player like Steph Curry to a team, you get change instantly. Kevin Durant is another one who's 28 points a game, 55% from the field. That's insane. It's mind-boggling, honestly, the fact that they're both on the same team.
Steven?
We got to look at one other guy that has been overshadowed, hasn't been shooting that well from the three, but then he dropped 52 points and broke the three-point record for most in a game with 14. Klay Thompson, definitely one of the bigger pieces. He struggled a little bit in the game last night against the Pelicans, but I still think he's that one extra piece that is the one that keeps putting them over the top because they always have to guard him no matter what.
Yeah, Steven, you hit the nail on the head right there. When Klay Thompson's playing well, the team plays so much better. I mean, prior to his 14 three-point outbursts, which, I mean, let's be real, we kind of expected it eventually after his slump. He only made 5 three-pointers in the first 7 games. Yeah. When he's hitting them like that, the Warriors cannot lose.
All right, Steven, we'll come back to you. Same division here. The Lakers, a lot of hype going into the season, haven't really lived up to it. If we take a look at some stats from this season, what's going wrong? Is it too early to start worrying about the Lakers?
I don't think it's too early, but then I feel like at the end of the day, the Lakers right now, it's kind of just LeBron. They're still trying to figure out who exactly is going to, take over the reins as the second guy. You see their record. They're 3-5, 12th in the Western Conference, 121 points per game. They're allowing 121 as well, and they're averaging 14.5 turnovers. You see the rankings. They're 6th in points per game, 25th in points allowed per game, and 21st in turnovers. So they're not playing that well, but I feel like, a lot of people are saying Luke Walton's on the hot seat, all that stuff, but I feel like eventually they're going to figure it out. I personally don't feel like it's Luke Walton's fault, but I think it's a little too early to still count the Lakers out.
Filip is staring a hole through you right now. What do you have to say about that,
What's
Filip?
up?
Did you just say it's only LeBron and they don't have a second option right now?
They're still looking for a second option.
Are we missing how important JaVale McGee has been this season? I know Shaqtin' a full MVP multiple times, but JaVale McGee has been the anchor for their defense. The only thing that's been keeping them somewhat in the game, I mean, when JaVale McGee's on the court, their defensive rating is 108.9 per 100 possessions. That's first in the league. Take him off the court, drops to 127.5. That's last in the league. JaVale McGee is the driving factor for why they're even winning games right now.
Yeah, but when you really look at it, though, he's like their only real center on the roster.
Exactly.
Well, Zubac is not really going to get – Luke Walton's not playing him. So, McGee is kind of the only real center on
This is why they're going to have problems all year. Is if you have JaVale McGee as your only center, their rebounding it hasn't been bad. But right now, the Lakers' defense on opponents' field goal percentage that are dunks is 28th in the league. The only teams worse than them are Cleveland and Phoenix, the 2 worst teams in the league. Clearly, they have a problem at the rim. They can't protect the rim for anything.
You need to pump the brakes on the Lakers. They're 3-5. They have 8 players averaging double figures.
That
okay?
doesn't matter.
They have time to gel. They're going to have time to gel if they dictate the pace of the game with the length they have. They can guard. They have multiple people who can guard multiple positions.
In the Western Conference, you don't have time. No one has time in the Western Conference. Last year we saw the Nuggets it came down to the last game of the season. They missed the playoffs.
Yep.
If the Lakers do this all season consistently, if they have their streaks here and there and they don't have team chemistry by the time January comes, no shot. They're lost. No shot.
They still have time for the chemistry. I think they're still working some kinks out. They're going to mess with the lineup. They're going to see who fits well with together.
Cleveland had chemistry issues last year. We saw in January they had a team shift. By March, they weren't better. By April, they weren't better. May and June, they weren't better. So I don't expect, honestly, from past we've seen with LeBron's teams, if it doesn't gel early, it doesn't gel late.
Anything else on your mind today, Filip?
I'm stressed. This team is making me stressed. I'm watching this team, and they should be better. There's so many issues they have. I mean, I have stats here I could pull up left and right. Their defense is 25th in opponent field goal percentage, or 3-point percentage. They can't guard the perimeter. They can't guard the rim. What are they guarding? If you can't guard either one, what are you guarding? The mid-range, half-court? Congratulations, Lakers. Congratulations on that.
Let's de-stress a little bit. We'll move to the Eastern Conference for you.
I'm already less stressed immediately.
Surprise team, best team in the East right now, the Milwaukee Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Despite their loss last night to the Celtics, a great team, 7-1. Philip, take us through what's been their biggest key to the season.
Not only are they the best team in the East, they're also the most improved team in the league. If we look at the stats from last year to this year, last year the defensive rating was poor, 19th in the league. Now they're second. Their rebounds per game, 30th. They skyrocketed to first. In 1 year, that's insane. Their pace was 21st, now 5th. Three-point attempt rate, that was their biggest issue last year. They couldn't shoot they didn't shoot three-pointers. 25th in the league, now second. And 43% of their shots taken are three-pointers. That's insane.
I also like the Bucks. I think Chris Middleton is going to have a all-star-like year. He's shooting the ball very well. I like what the Bucks did drafting Dante DiVincenzo out of Nova. He's a tough, gritty player. He can defend well. I think coming off the bench, that's key for the Bucks.
Yeah, not as you see there, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton together, poised to dominate the East right now. You see some of their stats there. Are they good enough to be considered the best team in the East? Are they going to win the East?
I don't even think so, to be honest with you. I don't think they're not going to keep number one. They're not going to keep number one. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I have Giannis and Chris Middleton on my fantasy basketball team. Their stats are phenomenal. It's helping me win a lot. But the Bucks will not get the number one or number two, possibly not even number 3 seed in the East.
Dante, I lied to you. I'm stressed. I'm immediately stressed.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bucks are good enough. They're definitely good. With an MVP candidate like this, with Giannis, he's going to have a great season. I can't see how they won't be.
Season's still young, still time for the Bucks to fail or succeed. We'll be back with the midseason report from the NFL crew right after the break.